and the geophysics and hydroagricultural analyses, we can see here by night the arrival of the first trucks carrying containers of equipment, a virgin land which has been resting for hundreds and hundreds of years. The clear aim is to make of agriculture a genuine industry from the soil's exploitation. 7,000 hectares underway, then another 7,000 hectares, finally 16,000 hectares. An ambitious project indeed. A geophysics study has been launched to complete the missing data related to the underground, and land surveys have been established to define the plan of the land parcels and thus better prepare the rational occupation of the space. Here is the tracing of the first track. Let's take a step into the future through these terrific virtual images. The use of dynamite was necessary for the making of the bassins. There is a basin of 700 hectares for each sector, with a 200,000 cubic meter capacity each. The basin size will be recovered by a special polymeric to ensure its water tightness. It is electrically soldered. A lot of ideas, new technology, at all the stages of this project launched with a brave and courageous, yet wise spirit. These drains, 58 kilometers by sector, are designed for high-pressure pipings of different diameters, varying from 315 millimeters to 110 millimeters, to reduce pressure losses and set up the distribution by sluices and electro-sluices. Here is by virtual image a water straining and enrichment station. Here it is fully completed. Each station occupies an important surface of 600 square meters with 40 filters, 4 pumps of 200 cubic meters an hour each, with pumps proportioning the quantity of fertilizers. The system is connected to the control room, which triggers off by computer the irrigation. The curtain of trees hides a 6-hectare seedbed, 6 greenhouses of 1 hectare each. We can see here the preparation of the peat. The seeds grow in ventilated and humidified greenhouses. The irrigation is done by the spraying of water from the ceiling. Several tests, including melon, watermelon, green pepper, tomatoes and others, are undertaken in these seedbeds before being transferred to the fields. This ale is bordered by windbreak trees, currently about 400,000 of them. Work is not going to stop here, since more than 800,000 others are still to be planted. 155,000 date palm trees are in the program, including 8,000 already planted. You can see here a test of soil covering undertaken for the planting out of melons. Other seedlings have been planted out on non-covered soils to compare the outputs in each case. Here is a sector of 700 hectares. Apart from this tractor, there are 7 others purely identical. The setting up of the drop-by-drop irrigation system was done by a team trained abroad in Spain. Spanish experts provide refresher courses here in Algeria. For every sector of 700 hectares, there are 2,400 kilometers of dropper-holder pipes to be set within the required time. Here is the insertion of droppers, 1 for each seedling. Sorghum has been planted here as a windbreak before the full growth of the trees. Between 2 rows of sorghum, 9 meters apart, melons and especially tomatoes have been integrated. Here is one of the basins full of water. This is the control tower seen by virtual image. At the time being, it has been completed at 90%. The glazing equipment is still to be set. The tower control includes 10 computers. Each one controls the irrigation of one sector, the drillings, sluices, pumps, as well as water filtering and enrichment stations. A weather station is located in the field and conveys each hour all the data to the different computers: the wind direction, the atmospheric pressure, the hygrometer rate. A major computer network extending on a surface of 30 kilometers by 10. Here is by virtual image the tomato canning factory, an up-to-date tomato cannery which is to fully satisfy the needs of the national market and even export. Its completion is still underway. It should be ready by the end of 1997. Its production capacity is of 40,000 tons a year of treble concentrated tomato, produced according to processes and quality controls meeting the most rigorous requirements. Here is the aseptic room. Concentrated tomato, of course, undergoes an asepsis process before being packaged. We can see here the carrying up of the metal framework designed for the cannery's sheds. During the summer season, the workers even settle down to their jobs under a temperature of 53 degrees Celsius to be ready on time. As for concrete, it's worth noting that 10 tons a day of cement were needed during 8 months. The task wasn't made easy with the sandstorms. The equipment for the manufacture